A portal friendly visual reality. Three dormant qualities at every intersection. Cloak, holodeck, and hologram. Um, this right here on this side is a photographic portal. The plans for a photographic portal, and an image of the photographic hologram inside at the bottom. And every cubic inch of space is a miracle. That's Walt Whitman. What I mean by that, well, on this side, on the bottom two pictures, are the plans for a televisual portal. The top picture is the middle picture is a plan for a televisual, dual corresponding televisual portals. And the bottom picture is the images of a person on both sides seeing their virtual counterparts inside the holodeck of that portal. And so you have the cloaked outside portal, you have the interior holodeck, and you have either a photographic hologram of like the lady at the graveyard, or the televisual hologram of the guy at the beach, or the lady inside of the graveyard, or at the guy at the beach. And what I always start with most of the time is this image of a cross section of a sphere, of an invisible sphere. Light comes through it at every angle. Light comes through it at every angle. It goes through these wirings, goes into this space, and comes back out while concealing anything inside this area. And the byproduct of invisibility is a holodeck. That yellow interior is the holodeck of the outside environment. The same that the inverse of invisibility for a low-tech photographic 18 viewing angle, 6 faces and 12 edge-on views. This is an edge-on view. The byproduct of performing these tasks or operations or whatever, moving each plate back and moving theirs forward, but I only show the corner angle view, and doing these switchings or whatever of the adjacent louvers at each adjacent edge-on view. Then you can convert from an invisibility, low-tech photographic invisibility, to a low-tech photographic holodeck. And this I did on the riverfront. And this image right here is a counterpart, or this image right here, I guess, is a counterpart of this. This is the invisibility, the light going through in a televisual invisible sphere, and the byproduct being the holodeck of the outside environment. The byproduct of doing these operations turns the invisibility into its byproduct, inverse holodeck, using the same imagery. And then it goes on to the 8 corner angle views. These show how to switch. This shows only one triangular patch or part of a sheet or whatever, plate. And you move these colored pieces of the puzzle to this side. Then you move that side in like you did with this. You move these images, you move these plates in and move their backwards to the top, to the side without turning them around. Do the same thing after you've done the switching, the adjacent sides. This is operations required for the cornering will be used together with the faces and edge-on views. And this shows everything all done at once, but this only shows the one up here done. And you can see it would fulfill a square inside in the squared image when this is taken over to this. This top part's taken over down here. That part is taken over here. It shows it all at once, and what you have is a holodeck inside of the outside environment. But this image here, this was used for something else to show a pseudo correspondence with another photographic portal somewhere else. But in its natural state, it would present a low-tech photographic cloak on the outside and an interior holodeck, inverse holodeck of the outside environment that it's in. So just like this, except this is the 8 corner angle views all together. And even though these are just squares, you know, you have to imagine tiny X's in each cell of this cubical cell body. So if a person was to stand in a graveyard like this lady, and a photographer took her picture all the way around using what I call a photo cue, a color-coded frame that guides you through taking the correct pictures at the right angles. If the lady was standing in the middle of in a center point of a person going all the way around her taking these pictures, then she would appear as a photographic hologram inside the holodeck of the graveyard. And that's the counterpart to this telepresence between 2 actual dual corresponding portals. You have the cloaking interface, the cloaking light interface, the holodeck, positive original holodeck interface, and you have the negative casting holodeck light interface. It's a cloak, a holodeck, and a hologram. The cloak, the holodeck, and the hologram. It just says in here you have a cloak, the holodeck, and the hologram. And this image I like to use a lot again. This shows the inverse relationship between televisual invisibility of the light coming through and its byproduct, a holodeck inside. And it doesn't have to be a sphere. It's a cross-section of a sphere, by the way. It could be a cube-shaped box with 3D picture elements all around it. And but these are 2 counterparts to each other at 2 different ends of the technological technique spectrum. The low-tech photographic technique, the outside invisibility, the inverse inside holodeck, and the high-tech televisual technological concept of an outside invisibility and its byproduct inside holodeck as light makes its way through. And it takes a bit of man-made engineering, but I believe that at the intersection of every intersection of reality, visual reality, there are the dormant qualities of cloak, holodeck, and a hologram. And this can be displayed in a photographic portal as well as being displayed in a televisual portal based on this basic cloaked object and its inverse relation between the holodeck and the outside exterior invisibility, that you have the three dormant qualities of a cloak, a holodeck, and a hologram at every intersection, potentially at every intersection. So they're dormant qualities that can only be realized through, I guess, intelligent manipulation of the intersections of reality, of a visual reality. And you can imagine the counterparts to a photographic portal and a televisual portal would have something like the cloak, the holodeck, and the hologram as a further developed, more developed cosmic portal. But I'm not going to go too much in on that. There's several different ways that I imagine that a cosmic portal could be made, but that would include the haptic sense of touch and the sense of physical objects. So these virtual people or objects would have a sense of being felt too. So this is why I say that we live in a portal-friendly visual reality. Thanks a lot.